What up, guys? Chef Tuck here, ready for another Tuck Talks, a recap of episode 3 of Next Level Chef. So episode 3 was Next Level Sandwiches. Now, I know that sounds like it's gonna be a breeze, right? Making a sandwich for Gordon Ramsay is not easy, and well, if you saw, you saw. Some of Team Ramsay did amazing at the sandwiches. Some of Team Ramsay struggled a little bit with the Next Level sandwich. So we start off and we go into the middle kitchen. We seem to land in the middle a couple of times here. So we're in the middle again. And at this point, we're just like, this is home base, right? You got everything you need in the middle kitchen. No fancy bells or whistles like the top kitchen. We haven't cooked in the basement yet, so I can't speak to that, but yikes. It doesn't look like a good time. But I'm glad we're making sandwiches on the middle. It's gonna be great. I have exactly what I need in there to make a good sandwich. So we'll see what the platform brings. So as you know, my plan in the platform grab is to go in not having a plan and just letting the platform speak to me, right? Because I'm a confident chef. I've been doing this for a very long time, went to culinary school, I've worked in some of the top kitchens in the world, and if you can cook something good, if you can cook something well, and you're good on your flavors and everything, and you know how to plate, then you're good to go. So it doesn't really matter what's on the platform. My plan is to go in, cook it to the best of my ability, make it look beautiful, and come out on the other side on top. And so I'm not going in with any sort of like, oh, I want to make this sandwich or I want to make that sandwich. You know, I have a general idea of sandwiches that I think are tasty, and a sandwich that I would write for a menu or a restaurant or something like that. And so I have a good idea of like what types of things go together on a sandwich. So we'll see what the platform gives. All right, so we run up to the platform and we see hanger steak. I'm sure I saw other things, but all I could do was kind of a beeline focus on the hanger steak. And so I pull a hanger steak. There's only one per cow. It is an amazing cut. It's called the butcher's cut. It's super tender, super flavorful. I've done them sous vide before and then seared them off, nice and crispy on the outside to order, you know, nice and seared off. Unfortunately, there's no hex-clad pans in the middle kitchen, but I'm gonna cook this beautifully, get it nice and basted. I'm making some truffle aioli, which is always a move. And I remembered bread, which is more than some of you people can say. So really happy that I didn't forget anything. I've got some freshness, and then I'm ready to make this sandwich, right? I'm ready for this. All of a sudden, you guessed it, mid-round mayhem. So mid-round drop is make something pickled. Well, I was already about to pickle something in general, so I just add a little bit more in there. So I was pickling some onions and jalapenos, and I got my nice hanger steak. I got some Comté cheese on there, kind of torched it a little bit, get it nice and melty. Got some fresh sliced heirloom tomato up in it, toasted my ciabatta bread and some nice butter. Got some spices in there, so my butter was super good, almost compound butter, but not exactly, right? So I'm feeling pretty good about this sandwich. I would munch on this sandwich any day. So we'll see if these 3 culinary legends like my sandwich. And yes, I made my aioli by hand. Didn't use any of the mixers or the immersion blenders or anything like that. We whisked that by hand because always put love in your food. That's the secret ingredient. And then of course you need a side, right? So what goes with sandwiches? Chips. So I've got some of these cute little purple fingerling potatoes that I slice super thin on the mando and then fry them off. So they're still retaining their like little purple color to them because I fry them super gently until they're nice and crispy. But if you don't heat that oil super hot and you fry things that are colorful like purple potatoes in a lower heat like 325, they'll kind of retain some of that color. Same with leeks. If you gently fry the leeks and keep them moving, they retain that green color and don't just brown out. So that's kind of my secret to keeping things looking a little bit colorful on that plate. And you could totally tell when they panned down to my dish that there were purple potato chips on there. And so I really liked that those still showed nice and purple. So beautiful sandwich, crispy chips on the side, pickled element involved. I made it on the platform in time, which I'm 5 feet tall, so that's a feat in and of itself, right? Always kind of a concern. Platform's coming down, I'm like, oh God, put it on the platform. Don't screw this up. On it. Unfortunately though, I'm looking around Cassie forgot her bread, which was not a huge deal. She's like, no problem, I'll make a Parmesan crisp. It's gonna be great. Poor thing forgets that as well on the plate. So she doesn't have bread. She doesn't have her bread substitute. We're feeling a little bit concerned over here for Cassie. So we get to judging, and honestly, it feels like it's an eternity that has transpired between cooking and judging. And when they're back there deliberating, the three of them, it feels like an absolute eternity has gone by when really it's like, what, 5-10 minutes? More than they show on the actual show. They don't want to just show a bunch of footage of us just standing there waiting for the judges to talk. So they cut that down, of course. But it feels like it's been forever that we've been waiting for them to deliberate back there. And then they come back, and you know, some of my feedback was that this is the chef's sandwich, which I think is such a huge compliment because, yeah, it's the chef's sandwich. It was made by a chef. It's something that I would eat after service. It's something that I would throw on a menu, something that I would make for my crew for a family meal. It is a hearty sandwich. It is a stick to your ribs steak sandwich, a little cheese on it, and some ciabatta bread. Right, got a little Italian thing going, got some truffle aioli, we've got some high-end elements in here. So I'm feeling pretty good about that critique. Always feels really good when Chef Ramsay likes your food. And just feeling really strong that, you know, Nyesha Arrington said that, you know, it was a very composed dish, composed thought. And so, you know, for not having a plan for going in, just trying to crush out a next level sandwich, I'm pretty proud of what I've accomplished here today and really stoked to see how the rest of my team does. Into judging now, and Preston comes out with a beautiful banh mi. Mark comes out with a catfish sandwich that is impressing everybody. And then, you know, Michelle's sandwich, also really good, the ham steak. And then we've got Chef Cassie, the pork. Forgot the crisp, but her dish was flavorful. Unfortunately, Chef Vinny kind of got a little hot on his oil for his fish. And so he's actually going into elimination over here. And so we've got our team of 6 strong, Team Ramsay, 6 strong still, again going into elimination. So Chef Vinny is gonna take it to the hole over here. We're confident. Chef Vinny is an absolute badass. And so overall best dish of the day was Chef Nuri with his soft shell crab. It looked super bomb. We all were kind of wondering what would have happened if Pilar hadn't missed the platform with her pickles. They loved her tuna sandwich. It looked super fire. I wish I could have had a bite. So we were kind of wondering about that. And honestly, Rini's turkey sando with that beautiful egg, that sandwich was gorgeous. Chris had an amazing feedback on his shrimp po' boy. And Matt, Barbecue Daddy, also came out crushing with his filet sandwich, although he did get stuck on his microphone a little bit, and it looked kind of a mess because it kind of fell onto the platform. But they said his flavors were fire. And so everybody did a super good job. Nuri won best of the day with that soft shell crab though, and I can't be more proud of him. He is a fierce competitor. He's got that immunity pin. He's won another best dish. You bet I'm keeping my eye on my boy Nuri. I got a lot of love for the kid, right? He's only 22. Can you imagine? That's wild. But definitely keep my eye on him. He's bringing his best. And even Chef Ramsay said, this person is cooking at the top of their game. And he sure is, you know? So keep our eye on him for sure. So turns out Chef Daryl is going up against Chef Vinny in this elimination round. And so the elimination round is spicy chicken sando. Now I love spicy chicken sandos, and so I know these two are gonna throw down super hard. I know both of them want to win. Nobody wants to go home, right? Nobody is like, oh man, I didn't win, oh darn. You know, everybody here is fiercely competitive and everybody wants to win. The prizes are huge, right? We have a mentorship at stake, 1-year mentorship, and we have $250,000 prize. So nobody is just like, oh darn, I didn't win. You know, everybody is here to win, and we are playing to win. We're not just here to, you know, slide on by and see what happens. You know, we are here, we are competitive, we are fierce, and things are heating up. Things are heating up already. So we'll see what this elimination round brings with the spicy chicken sando. So the elimination rounds are always on that top kitchen, right? So they get the best of the best tools, best environment to work in. We've got the mentor, who is not the mentor of either of the elimination people, proctoring, so to speak, the round. So we've got Chef Naisha in here, and then we've got Chef Daryl battling Chef Vinny. So, you know, Chef Blaze and Chef Ramsay will come in later, do a blind taste test of the 2 chicken sandos. And so right off the bat, you know, you got 30 minutes for the elimination round. The platform does stay there, which is a bonus, because during the actual challenge, obviously the platform goes away. But during the elimination, it's super handy because that platform stays there. So if you want to run back and forth, if you forgot something, you don't have to panic, right? It's still there. So they've got that on their side at least. And the thing about a fried chicken sando is you really want to plan that out, right? You want to make sure that it is perfectly cooked. You want to make sure that breading is super crispy. You want to bring that heat, right? You gotta bring that heat. We don't have to worry about forgetting bread because the platform's still there, so we're chilling on that. And of course, you need a side for your sandwich. And so Vinny's going Cajun fries, right? So we've got some beautiful aioli that he's whipping up. We've got a beautiful toasty bun situation. He's dredging that chicken. It looks beautiful. And so we're really confident with Vinny over here. We're feeling really confident. We know that he's got this in the bag. And so we're just ready for this to get taste tested over here. We're really ready. So during the elimination challenge, there is a little bit of spicy controversy when Daryl takes all but one of the fryers. So that leaves Vinny with 1 basket in the fryer, and Daryl has 3. And so poor guy probably didn't mean to. I know he said in the episode, he's like, I didn't mean to, you know, and things are flying fast, things are flying out hot, and so I'm sure he didn't mean to take up 3 out of the 4 fryers. Poor Vinny was stuck in just crunching all of his stuff into one. But we roll up, round ends, Ramsay and Blaze come in, and they start tasting them. And they say, you know, Daryl's is cooked really well, and they say Vinny's is really spicy, got that flavor point dead on. And, you know, Blaze even says 6 of a dozen, half a dozen of 6 of one kind, he says something about they're super even, right? It's really hard to choose. Blaze chooses Vinny's. Ramsay chooses Daryl's. So we're tied. The blind taste test is at a tie, so that means Naisha Arrington is the tiebreaker. And so she tastes both of the sandwiches, and luckily she picks Vinny. So Team Ramsay, safe for another week, rolling into episode 4. We're really excited. We love Daryl. Wish him the best of luck. He played a fierce game out here. You know, much love to Daryl, and best of luck in his future endeavors. And we are just so proud of Vinny over here for fighting it out and coming back super strong. So Vinny, boy, you did it. We're super proud of you. Team Ramsay stays 6 strong up in here. And then the little teaser for next week is Chinese food. And so authentic Chinese food, not this orange chicken though. Right, so before we even get there. So, you know, we're just super stoked for Chinese week, and you know, authentic Chinese food is not exactly one of my fortes. I've never worked in a Chinese restaurant before. I love eating Chinese food. I live 4 minutes away from Chinatown in San Francisco. So I've gotten some of the greatest Chinese food experience, short for being in China, of course. And really excited to see what my team brings next week. So this Thursday, in 2 days, is going to be the new episode. So don't forget to check it out on Hulu after the fact, or on Fox TV at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All right, so enjoy episode 4. I hope you saw episode 3. If not, check it out. Come back and watch the recap again. And definitely follow my socials, right? Follow my Instagram, follow my YouTube for more amazing content. So I also teach online classes. So if you want to learn from the original gastronomy gangster over here and become a gastronomy gangster yourself, check out my classes, and I will see you in class. Have a great week.